Welcome back to your entrepreneurial wake-up call. Mark Haney is living proof that nobody goes through life undefeated. His failures have defined his philosophies. His successes have defined his mantras. And through his stories, we are awakened to our own true potential. He is the entrepreneur next door, and this is The Mark Haney Show.
Welcome back. I'm Mark Haney, and today I have the privilege of being joined by Laurie and John Wycoff, owners of Independence Precision Machining, entrepreneurs, power couple. All right, Laurie, let's get to know you two. Laurie, talk to us about you and John and this business that you have created together.
We started back in 2008 when the economy was fantastic.
Yeah, well, okay, Laurie, let's talk about that. You started a business in 2008. What got into your head on that?
Deciding that we needed to work for ourselves because working for somebody else wasn't really paying the bills. So opening it just made a good sense for us to try to work it out on our own to be successful, because it was getting harder and harder to work for companies and become successful with the way the economy is going. You either would have a job or you wouldn't have a job. Yeah. So this was going to make sure.
Well, 10-year anniversary, we were just talking about this, 10-year anniversary of the kind of the start of when everybody realized, Lehman Brothers is filing bankruptcy, Goldman Sachs, this is the real deal. So, John, just thinking about that timing, do you, looking back, was that the time to start Precision? Would you have done it differently?
No, I wouldn't have done it differently. We really weren't looking forward to that issue of the fallout there. We were kind of in our own little shell, and Laurie had said, "Hey, we need to come up with some retirement plan here." And so we decided that we had to do this on our own. And she always said, "When are you going to start a business?" And I'd say, "Oh, it's not a good time." And she said, "You always say that." And I said, "Well, then let's just do it now. It must be a good time."
Yeah, there's never, I guess, the perfect time. You never know. Entrepreneurship is a retirement plan. That's cool. So talk to us about Precision. Talk to us about this retirement plan.
We started off with 2 pieces of equipment and decided we'll just kind of grow this little business, see how it goes. And each year we've grown 20% at least, and this year more.
Wow.
And we decided we always had good vision together, and we play off of each other's strengths, and so we looked at this as the best option we would have to put in a retirement plan in place. And that would be to
So,
start the
Laurie, you
business.
both quit your job at the same time, so you have an income, and you both decided to jump ship and basically have no income for a while.
Pretty much.
Okay. And let's describe the business. Okay, what have you built? What does this Precision do?
We build a lot of different types of parts, whether it's defense or medical or micro soft parts. And we never really know what we're going to get. Sometimes we do, but we just build what they bring. It's more of a job shop.
Kind of a contract manufacturer. Is that a good way to say it?
Right.
So, okay, so give us an idea of something really cool you built.
Well,
can you share that stuff, or is it all is it confidential?
No. One of the areas we really wanted to focus was aerospace, and it required us to get several certifications, ISO 9000 certification, and we recently achieved an aerospace certification, and we've been able to take over some jobs for a large defense company, and turn a problem part that they had, a lot of rejects, and we turned it around. We've delivered over 10,000 parts with 0 rejects.
Wow.
And really turned the project around for that company.
So thinking about that, you don't do that all by yourself. What kind of team have you built?
It's been a long road with building a good team, but we've got a mixture of some older guys with 15 to 20, 25 years experience, and then we're really trying hard to work with the younger millennials. Is it
harder?
It's very hard.
It's very stressful.
Yeah, there's a gap of a work ethic there that we're finding. Some really have a good work ethic and others don't. We try to find the people that we think are going to show up every day, and we're really trying to build a work ethic into some of these
Laurie,
people.
how many teammates do you have? How many employees?
There's 13.
13 employees, and your son Travis is a piece of the team. He's a key integral component to the team.
Oh, absolutely.
What's Travis do?
He's the director of marketing and sales, and he obviously is the techie person that can, kind of do some things online and help us out where we're not really strong along those lines.
Does he help with that millennial challenge that you sound
He does.
like he might have?
He absolutely does, and that kind of...
Because he's a sales guy, so obviously he's good with people.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll do the pre-screening before they come into us, and he does a really great job at that.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, that's cool. So, okay, but let's talk about leadership. Right there's you as business owners, leadership is a component. I'm wondering, who is the leader of this show? Who's in charge, Laurie? You or John? How do you guys work that out?
It depends on what the subject is. I kind of handle the money in, and he's kind of going, I got to spend it, and I'm kind of going, no.
Sounds like you're in charge. Okay, John, how would you describe Laurie's leadership style?
She's very direct, and she's the rabbit, and I'm the tortoise.
Okay.
And she's all gung ho, and I'm usually the one that's trying to slow the train down a little bit and keep things into perspective, which is part of that balance.
Laurie, how would you describe John? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but he's very steady, and so I lean on him for the strength because he's pretty calm. Yeah. So if I'm going to go from 0 to 100, he might let me go, but, he can pull me back to go, okay, let's just get a perspective.
We were able to talk each other off the cliff quite often.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine having that business partner by your side, so important. I've got some of those business partners too. But I also have my children near and dear to my heart, but they're also, I'm business partners with my daughter on a real estate company. My son Marcus and I, we do the radio show together. You talked like it was all good with Travis. There must be some drama, Laurie.
No, there really isn't. He's graduated. We're using his degree to our advantage as a business degree, and so there really isn't. And there's been a little bit of balance to figure out, okay, he's going to work for us. He's our son, but he also is somebody that we should respect what his position is and talk to him like a professional, an employee, not that he's our son. Sometimes it's a little difficult, but for the most part, we're able to pull that together. And
to remind yourself, wait, he's grown up now.
Yeah,
he's a man.
He works for us, and we should listen to what he has to say. And that's been growing. Not a growing pain, but it's been really a good experience for us to go, okay, I kind of see him in his role, and we go, okay, I believe you.
Yeah. Interesting to think about the challenges that might be there for a family business, but also the strength, right? There's a lot of advantages as well, as there may be somebody might see certain parts of it as a disadvantage or more of a struggle. But I'm imagining, what does the dinner table look like when you guys all get together? Are you talking business, or are you talking about other stuff outside of work? Can you separate it?
Yeah, we try really hard to punch out at the end of the day and go home. We usually leave the time where we to talk about the business about 3 a.m. when we wake up in a cold sweat, deciding what do we have to do the next day.
Oh gosh,
and that'll happen.
What keeps you up at night?
People.
Yeah.
People. Finding the right people to put on the bus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What keeps you up at night? Anything keep you up at night, Laurie?
I would say the financing. It's a friend of ours supported us, said this was a great thing that we're doing, but he said I hope you have the stomach for it.
Yeah.
And it's true. It really is true. Worth every bit of it, but you have to be willing to go, if I lose everything, I'm okay with living in an apartment.
Yeah. Well, something must be going right? You're wearing shirts today. You guys are so generous with the community, and you're wearing shirts today that have an American flag on them. You do so much for our veterans. Can we talk about that for a minute? What's the flag all about? What's the patriotism? Where does that come from? What are you doing?
I think I've always been patriotic. I've had family, just more relatives in the military, and John's background with his dad. He was a Air Force brat, and they do a lot to sacrifice, and different countries as well as here, and we really truly do live in the greatest country, and what's not to like, right? And it offers everything, and we try to give back monthly as well as care packages that we've gone out and sent out with groups, and it's just important. It's because
you're sending care packages to those that are fighting overseas.
Yes, yes, and to be here doing what we're doing right now is the very reason, that we are all fortunate.
What's this charitable cause that you're so focused on, John?
Well, like Laurie said, we believe real strongly in the military and law enforcement in general, and the Defenders of Freedom is a group that was founded to send care packages to soldiers overseas, and we became involved with that, and would go and rally with 50 or 100 other people and put together care packages and mail them off, and it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, having a son that has received some of those care packages, one that indirectly saved his life, but I know of others that for other people over there that actually they get depressed, they get sad when they get a care package from home. It can actually be a lifesaver in terms of we sent one to somebody at one point, and that was the day they were thinking about taking their own life, and then they received that package, and it came back to us that's what gave them the hope and the reminder of home. So I know that you're doing that. Closing thoughts about leadership as I like to be the guy that focuses on the future while learning lessons focusing on today, thinking with a dream of the future, but also with a little bit of a tiny bit of reflection on the past, and maybe lessons that you might learn. Maybe just as we go to break, think about lessons that you have learned that you might want to pass along to that next person in line. Laurie, you want to start us off?
Well, don't be afraid to fail. And somebody has to do it. Somebody has to step up. And one of our goals was to see if we can employ other people and to make quality of life. And it may not get really big, but to know that we've done our part. And it's kind of that we help this person and maybe they'll help the next person. It's just something everybody needs to do.
Yeah, John, you want to take it away?
Well, I think the initial expectations that we set were real important. We're about at the size that we decided that we would like our business to be in our business plan that we set in 2008, and I think the lesson that we learned was you'll probably make half as much money as you think you're going to make, and it's going to cost you twice as much to get there.
Yeah, very good point. Yeah. Laurie, John, thank you for coming on the show. Stick around. Marcus and I will share our takeaways, closing thoughts, and I have my own little 2008 story lesson that I will share if there is time. So stick around. This is the Mark Haney Show.